Every day, gamers across Canada get frustrated by lag and take it out on their controllers. The controllers need your help.
For less than the price of your daily latte, you can have blazing fast Bell Pure Fiber Internet to game confidently and save the controllers. Please, call the number on screen to prevent controller destruction.
You've explored worlds together.
You've climbed leaderboards together.
Your controllers have done so much for you.
Isn't it time you do something for them?
Save.
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 Save the controllers.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Bell Battle Royale 2.0, and of course, provided by Bell here, the official sponsor of Toronto Ultra. We are here, we are back. It's myself, Visions, and that handsome man right next to me, Beatdown. We're back for another one to see how it's going to go down. Lots of money on the line. We'll see also if the Ultra Boys are going to bounce back from the last one.
Yeah, that's right. I do recall very vividly that there were ping issues previous, and now that according to our sources, they are playing from the office, so there should be no issues, but also don't want to hear any complaints. We saw some pretty good content from the boys last time on social media. I'm actually really hoping to see the same again, especially for methods.
That's right. I mean, there is no excuses this time, Beatdown. These guys,
No.
some of them, we'll cut them some slack, right? They were still in EU. I think Insight was playing with them.
Yeah.
He was across the pond a little bit, so we'll cut them some slack there. But now they're all in the Bell Fiber. They got themselves completely cracked out in the office, the same place they would be playing from when in their Call of Duty competitive matches. So we'll see how they're going to be able to fare and how they're going to be able to do. But as we get in towards this, let's just start to explain a little bit of how it's going to go down here for us. So, of course, we have the Ultra Squad coming together. It's going to be Bance, CleanX, of course, coming through here as well with Cammy and Insight. So we'll see how those four are going to be able to do. And we're going to be playing 3 different lobbies. And well, through each one, we'll have some different teams coming in and out to see if they're going to be able to take these guys down. But Nathan, I think coming in towards this one, we have a lot of the same teams also coming in from the last one, as well as some new teams. And there's even some amateur squads that have, playing in towards the competitive scene that are also in this one. So it's not going to be easy for these guys. I hope they're also practiced up on their Warzone, or they might be feeling a bit of the pressure.
Yeah, I mean, luckily, just from playing it, especially in recent times, not too much has changed. So I think they might be getting away if they've been slacking a little bit. But like you said, there's definitely a lot of high-level competition here. A lot of Canadian locals too, from Warzone lobbies previous, which of course we love to see, being from Canada ourselves. Super nice. Again, I think a lot of the pressure is going to be on the Ultra Boys because of how things went previous. But yeah, I'm really excited. Fun story. My brother's friend is also in this tournament, and for the exact reason you mentioned, I was telling my brother, I hope he's been practicing, because we got some real man signing up for these.
We do, and I'll tell you the first thing I'm really excited for is Cammy getting his hands on a sniper right now, because we don't have Cammy with his sniper in towards the competitive league. We know they're GA. There's no snipers. There's no smoke. So getting his hands back on a sniper, especially after seeing his performance from last year during Modern Warfare, which is, mainly where a lot of the snipers are still going to be. I'm looking towards that. I want to see this man picking some heads off, doing what he was doing last year, just making those flashy plays, making it look easy. I think that's what is what I'm looking forward to the most coming in towards this one. But I think on the other hand, these guys also probably put a little bit of time in towards it, right? I think overall, Bance also, I think, came out on towards it was an Instagram post, but a bit of Twitter post as well. He's like, listen, they didn't have me last time, dude. They didn't have me. So he's like, he might be the factor for as far as bringing these guys maybe some wins and being able to show up here on the day. Who knows here, Nate?
Yeah, it's definitely possible that he's going to be the difference maker this time around, and it makes it even better that the boys, of course, have been playing together over the last little while compared to the last Bell Battle Royale that we were commentating over and watching, Austin. So now I am expecting that the boys are really going to put it in motion this time around, catch themselves a couple of Warzone wins. But of course, if you're one of the other players, you don't want that to happen, man. You want to win that sweet, sweet cash prize that Toronto Ultra and Bell are putting up on the day.
Yeah, let's talk about some of that money, because there is some chatter on the line here for as far as what you're going to be able to do. So if you finish first place, you're walking home with $1,000. That's $250 each. So you're already feeling pretty good if you're able to somehow take a win in towards these Warzone lobbies. Second place, you're going to come home with about $500. Third place, $250. Now, also bonus money here on the line for us, Nate, right? We got some $50 giveaways that are going to be coming through if you're able to take these guys down.
Yes.
So if you can eliminate them, so not not killing them in towards the gulag, but actually eliminating them and sending
right.
them there, you're going to get yourself that $50. So that is going to be some money on the line that you're able to take home there for yourself. And then if you're able to squad wipe these guys, just completely wipe them off the face of the earth, then you're coming home with $250. So there is a lot of money to be won so far on the day. And I mean, we have a lot of amateur players, as we've been talking about, a lot of fans. And the one thing we know about Battle Royales is that anybody can win at any given moment. Sometimes there's some RNG that plays in with those circles. Sometimes the luck just happens to favor you. So these guys could end up coming out here on top. And I'm excited to see, what these guys are going to be able to bring to the table here for us.
I'm equally excited, Austin. And the thing that I really love about these Battle Royales, that specific rule you mentioned. I love the fact that there is what I even called last time, if I remember correctly, a most wanted bounty out on them at all times. This isn't Call of Duty money. This is for the real cash flow that a lot of these guys are trying to win out on the day. And I do like that little extra bit of fun. Everyone is going to be looking for the boys to try and take them out early on as they also try to grab some money for themselves. And man, it's going to be a great time.
It's going to be a good time. Yeah. Once you see like some of those shots go down and you like watching the feed in towards the bottom left, right, and you can see if the ultra guys are getting kills, you're looking for the mini map, right? You're listening for those gunshots and you're going to be trying to track these guys down. That's what everyone's goal is to basically do, because you can still at least win yourself guaranteed money even if you aren't coming out on top here. I think that's like the biggest factor. So yeah, the big thing we saw last time was just them getting hunted constantly. It feels like, they're against the entire world, because technically they are, and they're going to be collapsed on. They're going to be taken on for just about every single challenge here. So they have to be ready. They have to be on their toes. And a lot of that comes with having really good starts, right? When we're talking about Warzone, getting yourself a really good start, so preferably being able to somehow get that loadout in, there as fast as possible, loading up all of the utilities and tacticals to make sure that you're going to be able to then get yourself out of those sticky situations, or at least benefit yourself when you are in a good position maybe to take them on. So yeah, there is a lot that you have to kind of take in when we're talking about what the strat is going to be here for these guys. And I know they don't want to have to come back from the same performance they did when we did the first one here. They want to come away with at least one win, because we'll be doing 3 lobbies. So I am actually curious to see, what they might have planned here going in towards these first few lobbies.
It's really interesting because, again, like playing, and I know you've been playing recently as well, and you can attest that the strategy has been mostly the same in the early start. Sure. Speaking of good starts, it's the Superstore hot drop, and it is as big a mess as ever. And we did see the Ultra Boys try and make some of those plays early on last time. Like you said, a good start is going to be crucial. Maybe this time we're going to see them mix things up, because Superstore hot drop is pretty predictable, and everybody is going to be looking for the Ultra in those guys' names to be able to get themselves that extra money in real life. So now I want to see what strategies they specifically bring out. Maybe they veer off to the side, drop by the airports, the farmlands, whatever the case may be. But I think we will need to see something a little different, not just the better internet the boys are playing with.
Yeah, something different. And it's almost just a risk, right? If you're going to drop Superstore, then you're going to take that challenge on. You're going to be against a whole boatload of teams likely, because if the plane's kind of hovering over it, then other teams are likely going to be going there. So that's, I think, the big thing. And I want to say when we got towards that second and third lobby last time, that they did start to go towards maybe unpopular areas, just to kind of like, all right, let's get our feet underneath ourselves, right? Like, let's actually get going here for the very first 5 to 10 minutes, and maybe have a chance at being able to earn that loadout a little bit later. So yeah, it's a high risk, high reward. I think the first lobby, you're probably just thinking about sending it, saying, hey man, let's just try it. Let's just set the tone, right? Get the tempo going, get ourselves a loadout, and kind of have that hot start.
Yeah, definitely would be super entertaining at the very least. I would love to see if they do end up going that balls to the walls aggression right from the jump. I gotta say, maybe that would end up being the unexpected play. And I'm really curious to see how these teams, especially because, again, we got some pretty high level players here, some amateur teams, a lot of Warzone warriors is the term I am just coining right now, to basically just describe like how often these guys play this game mode, how good they are at playing this game mode. And I want to see the strategies that have developed as of late. Previously, all the Warzone casting you and I have done together, we've seen quite a number of strategies. Of course, the personal favorite is always that advanced UAV, spending all that cash flow for all that information on the map, and you just start chasing red dots. It is a great way to get yourselves to that victory screen in these sorts of game modes. But who knows? Maybe we'll see some sort of adaptation. There are different guns that are strong right now. Maybe we do see more teams lead towards that sniper. Of course, we know Cammy and the Ultra Boys most likely will, but who knows?
That's what I'm just hoping for. Give
Yeah.
Cammy a sniper, man. You know what
I
I mean?
see you itching for it.
I've missed it so much this year. I want to see it again, and I want to see what he's able to do with it. It would be a nice treat for sure. But looks like we're just getting ready to load up this very first lobby here for you guys. But for everyone in the chat, if the Toronto Ultra also end up winning themselves the lobby, then we'll also be giving away some of the Source gift cards. So we'll be giving away 5 of those, $50 each, which means if they're able to somehow battle through, I believe it's about 38 teams per lobby, then you guys also have a chance at being able to win something here. So it's not just the players and the fans going up against this Ultra squad. We got plenty to give away here for us, Nathan. This is just, you know what I mean? This is like, we just had Christmas 3 months ago. Well, now it's Christmas all over again, right? So it's feeling pretty good, right? Lots to give away. Going to be a good time. Yeah, I guess that's probably more appropriate, right? Easter, giving some things away for Easter probably makes a lot more sense for as far as what we're going to get here. But yeah, man, it's good times. And I imagine for like a lot of these guys, especially the hardcore fans that are signing up for these tournaments, and probably a big majority of the players that we are going to have in towards the lobbies for today, like it just feels good, one, to sure collect yourself some cash and maybe knock a Toronto Ultra guy out for $50. But I think it's knocking out your pro player and playing against your pro player. Like that alone, I think is really the big selling point for a lot of these guys, and the cash is just kind of like a bonus on top.
Oh yeah, you got to imagine, like, if this was a situation for us, like if I was in these lobbies playing it out, I'd have the recorder on my PlayStation ready from the jump. If I take out one of the Ultra Boys, clipped. YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, it's going everywhere. Of course they're getting pinged. They'll never forget it, man.
Yeah, they're definitely not going to forget it here for themselves. It's going to be big. It's going to be great here. Again, just waiting to set things up here and get things going for as far as our very first game. And we'll see how it starts to come together, man. This has really been the highlight, I think, of Call of Duty as a whole for quite a while now for as far as Warzone. A lot of people have been putting in their reps and have been trying to practice up, especially after, getting a few updates coming in towards this year as well with Cold War. So a lot of things that I think, did go a little bit different. And there has been lots of metas, I think, that have also taken place. But I think at the moment, maybe players having a bit of trouble for as far as this very first game. So what we're going to do, we're going to throw things to a bit of a break. Get ready for that very first lobby. Don't go too far, friends. We'll be right back after this. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here. We're good to go. It took a little bit to get ourselves in towards the lobby, so we appreciate you guys standing by. But now we're about to take a look at the first drop. Lobby 1, it's here, Nate, and we're going to see how this one starts to play out.
And of course, we're going to start things off watching the boys, the Toronto Ultra, see where everyone's going to go. So far, I see the Superstore pings coming through, Austin, so it's looking like nothing has changed so far. The boys are going to look for a hot start where pretty much the rest of the lobby is going to be, and this is going to be a big determiner of their success here in Lobby 1.
Yeah, this is what, you know, we love to call it. Just send it, baby. Just send it. Let's see what happens, you know? See how it kind of plays out here for us. Bance, we're going to take a look at him, I think, first. This is his first time playing in these. Last time, of course, we had methods, so this will be a good look at Bance and how he fares maybe in towards Warzone. So far, looks to be pretty passive, right? Maybe not too many teams dropping for as far as his first lobby. They don't want to maybe play that big risk factor that we talk about. So this could be free loot, a chance to be able to get a lot of those resources and the money, which is the most important thing here about Superstore.
That's right, and the cash flow is already seeming to go for the boys in purple right now. Getting pretty close to 10,000 gold between them all, and of course we know what that magical number means. A loadout drop has got to be incoming here, and first
I'm flipping the switch ready. Instead of people hunting us, we're hunting them. What?
I'm not sure if we lost Nate, but
no,
either way,
still here.
We'll see how this one kind of plays out here for us. But making their way over towards this very first one, like we just talked about. I mean, this is the big factor about Superstore, right? Like you just get yourself so much cash here built up for yourself, and you just get yourself a loadout and a UAV likely as well. It's just a matter of getting over there. FFAR currently in the hands right now for Bance, so pretty good up close, but without the full loadout of it, I mean, you only got yourself about 25 bullets, so is going to be pretty low mag for as far as what you're going to be able to do early, but they got a bounty picked up, so they got information on potentially another squad here for as far as what they're going to be able to maybe kind of go to next. And the big thing is that they know they're going to be hunted here, Nate. So yeah, sure, you got a bounty, but I think you have to be more on your toes for as far as what might come to you rather than what you're going to instead.
Yeah, very true, and that's why all the more reason to kit yourself out right away, and we are going to see the loadout come through for the boys. Super important now. The perks are coming through, the attachments, the full loadout. Now these guys are ready to fry, and now they're going to start moving to their next location. It does seem like they are moving away from the bounties because I think I see a chopper right up in front of them, and we've seen some pretty good plays made with this bad boy.
Yeah, we love the chopper. We love it.
We do.
It's just fun all around, and you're going to be able to also schedule a lot more information for as far as what squads you want to do. And this is now going to be, you know, really good kind of insight for as far as what they're looking to do as well, right? And now it's Cammy with the sniper. This is what we wanted to see, right?
Yeah.
Get this man a scope. He's able to tag up the first player, and they are looking to collapse. So this bounty they did pick up. They're going to see if they can maybe start to make some moves on, narrowing down at least one of the players here. A couple pings, of course, throughout the map as well. Team's going to start to make some moves. Cammy just gets a glimpse of the back here. Chance at a shot, not going to hit that one. And now it's going to be Insight taking the copter right over to see if he can maybe clean up some kills as well.
And I love this. Not a shred of hesitation from the boys here. They see somebody and they start moving in, especially with that first shot coming through, hitting a bit of the armor. As you see, the boys are going to come through. Semtex is going to give a little bit of info, but it's looking like in the background they do manage to complete the contract. So that's more money for them. That's another contract bonus that they can add going into the next one. And as the circle's closing, everybody's going to hop into this chopper, and they're just going to keep moving. Did not even know you could jump into it like that, but they're on the move.
On the move, snowballing. That's the big thing. When you have a Superstore start like that, you want to make sure you're constantly snowballing throughout this game, getting back in towards more UAVs. And I mean, they just have so much cash here. Like you could buy yourself, you literally could have bought yourself a second loadout here if you wanted to already get some of those, you know, perks going in towards the later game to get Ghost and stuff like that while still having the same weapon. So there is just options upon options here. You see the UAVs being picked up, just about all that money being spent there, and out they go again, looking for some more targets to start collecting.
And there it is. They're going to be hunting. You see the UAV is ticking. They are looking for the red dots, and so far not a whole lot is going to be found here, but it's looking like they're just going to go for another contract. I think they're getting, I think they're taking some shots right now. Yeah, someone on top of that building out
let me
in
square up with
front
them.
of them is
Yeah, I'm
shooting
waiting for
for them, but it's looking
Ben.
like
Someone grab- I
they're a
can't
little
manage
unsure
it.
what to
Come
do.
on.
Do they go for the
Yeah,
contract? Do they avoid getting shot? And it's looking like the call is to drop one, but they're taking some pretty serious shots right now. They're starting to
Yeah,
lose
I
some
will.
HP on this copter. It's not quite halfway, but at this rate, they're just getting free fired upon.
Yeah, they lose 40% of it. Like it's pretty big when we talk about this being maybe their main tool, but will they just take the challenge? I mean, they're just running at them. I think maybe an airstrike did come through there as well. Cammy back with the scope. What is he going to be able to find? Looking for some shots here, taking some in return. And that's going to be a Cammy down. And that's a big knock already. Going to be able to get themselves a kill. And not only Cammy, but Insight there as well. So they're going to lose 2 of the players here very early on.
Not only that, Zeus, the one who took them down, has earned himself $100. Knocking and thirsting 2 members of the Toronto Ultra, but of course the Gulag is available. They could find themselves back on the map pretty easily, and if not, the CleanX and Bance do have enough money between them to go for the redeployment, or if not, they're pretty close, just a couple hundred gold off from surviving both of them. But it does look like Insight wins his Gulag 1v1. That's going to be a redeployment for him, as hopefully the boys can set him up with something to work with as he gets back.
They're looking to go for another bounty here, despite, you know, only having a couple players on the map. And Cammy looks like he did lose his Gulag, right? So you have that second chance, and Insight gets his, back it on towards the map he comes, but not going to have the same weaponry unless he's looking to drop kind of near his body, or as far as when he was taken down. But right now, Bance and CleanX, they're on a mission. They're closing in on towards the bounty, just looking to catch some extra cash here potentially, as well as Bance is going to go for a little bit of a longer detour, and Malt, he's just finding crates. So this is their chance now to stabilize maybe a little bit, just wait to get Cammy back on the map. And well, as we say that, look at that. We're going to actually lose Insight here for himself, and he's now going to have to be bought back, which is exactly what Bance does as soon as he gets himself to the buy station.
That's right. And the thing is, they got a nice little bit of cash money still going for them, but I do like that they're holding on to it just in case. You see CleanX get himself up to $4,500 just on his own, and I think Insight, the man on your screen, has heard some shots, so he is very wary about people in the vicinity. I do like that even though they're kind of lacking in the numbers department, in the loadout department, they aren't afraid to really push and force the situation here. And now as they're closing in on this contract, they can try to make a move.
Oh, good luck. Good luck with this, right?
No.
That's the tower. I mean, that's the Tower of Hell. Like that's the call out that like I'm usually calling that thing. It's like, let's get away from that. It sucks there's a bounty, right? But like, you can't attack that thing. You go up that I mean, you kind of need that helicopter now more than anything to get up towards that level, because you can't take the elevator up there. It's just a death trap almost 100% of the time. So you can just see what the call is, right? Let's just go start looking towards maybe some other areas here. There's still a little bit to loot. That's exactly what they're going to try and do. We got a trophy system here for Bance. You know, I'm happy about that. If they get themselves the vehicle. So there is options right now. And the big factor is that they haven't lost anyone permanently. They still have a bit of a cash flow to get people back in. So it's just about maybe getting Insight and Cammy back with some weapons that they're going to be able to kind of use and actually have a fair fight up against other squads that are going to be fully kitted out.
The thing is, the money is really good for the boys right now. They could get a loadout drop, and it's looking like they actually ended up finding one potentially, but no, I think that's an airstrike coming through. They're taking some shots from somebody. Oh, it is that Tower of Hell that you talked about, Austin, and they see the boys down there. They probably saw the Ultra tag, and they said, oh, let me get ourselves some of that extra money going on. Smoke is going to give them some cover, though. As you got to imagine, they just want to reposition it and get the hell out of Dodge. But instead, God, Cammy, this is why we wanted him on the sniper. He downs one from downtown.
Yeah, man. Cammy is just looking fierce with it. Chance with another shot here. And he's going to be taken low. Doesn't have a whole lot of plates now, but now a chance to actually get the sniper he wants in his hands. So things might be a little bit better for him. He's waiting for a head peek, but instead takes damage in return. This is a really bad position to be in. They get a smoke down. So there's maybe a chance to run out, but you're just seeing the problem with plates. They don't exactly have themselves in a situation where everyone's maybe going to get fully plated up, and now they're just trying to bolt it, trying to get away. Everyone should be safe and sound here for now. A couple more players trailing in from behind, but they get tagged up. However, they have not been taken down.
Bolting, it's absolutely the correct decision. You spend too long there, even if you don't lose to the members in the tower, you are eventually going to be found out. People will hear the gunshots, and as everyone in this lobby is trying to take it all, they're not afraid to fight it out. Really thought Cammy had that one lined up and all, but isn't going to quite stick it. I do appreciate that. They're not afraid to try for it. Man, Cammy is not afraid to take these shots. He really wants another down.
He's like, man, I miss this thing. Like, I'm just getting a feel for it again, right? Like, hasn't got a chance to snipe really. And now look at this angle. I love this. Cammy's just actually finessing every possible angle he can. Just trying to find any peek, any head. And this is a squad that's playing inside of the tower. Actually connects there. That's going to get the plating, right? So that maybe stops from a second challenge coming through. And we're also going to get a jailbreak coming through for as far as our in-game. And that means that this is going to be a lot of squads coming right back out here. So any team that was struggling, they're going to get themselves a free redeployment beatdown. So this is not too bad of a situation whatsoever. And I mean, Cammy, he's still toying with this squad. He's trying to find what he can. And they're not interested really in peeking him anymore.
Yeah, at this point, it seems like the boys have kind of set up shop in this general vicinity. They have a lot of money going for them. I think they're deciding what they want to do next. Perhaps wait till the end. Wait until this jailbreak really starts to come through and see if anybody ends up landing in an area close to them. But other than that, I think they're finally starting to make the move, get in towards the safety of this circle, start to see who else they can find and kind of take out.
Moving as a unit together, just about a 2-2 split for what they're looking to do at the moment. CleanX maybe setting up some kind of a coordinated play, landing some pings on towards the map. Self-revive kit also they're purchased for CleanX, so it's going to make things a tad bit better for as far as if you do get in towards that gunfight, you can get yourself back up pretty freely. Bance, he's kind of off on his own. I mean, this is really where you have to be careful, but I like the fact that they're moving, right? That's the big thing when you, especially when we're looking at, the bottom left-hand corner for people who are looking for those ultra shots, trying to figure out where they are located on towards the map. You got to stay on the move, constantly trying to get around, but this circle getting smaller and smaller. We got about a minute 50 left on the second circle, and they are going to be pretty much inside of it, and they might be now looking to post up in towards the building to see if they can kind of get some more numbers off the board before looking to make maybe that next move.
Let's be real, Austin. Nobody likes the campers. People who sit in the same house in the absolute center of the circle all game long just to get their second, third kill to win out in the lobby. Look, man, I might be a little salty. This might be a little personal, but overall, in these all right, whatever. But the point is, it's definitely not the optimal way to play in these Warzone lobbies, especially ones as challenging as these. Got to keep on the move. You got to keep yourselves moving. And, well, they ended up finding Big Bertha. The problem is, Austin, I don't see a trophy system.
No trophy system. Insight, taking a bit of a gamble. I mean, he's in the hut. This last player is just trying to bide his time, and here comes the challenge. But he does get taken down. 2 or 3 players just posted up in here. Make that maybe a full team. Are they going to try to attack this? I don't know, but Insight, he is done here again.
You got a lot of money. This is a big risk, but it's looking like they're taking it. Oh no, CleanX is also gonna go down. That's already another $100 given away from the boys here. There's only 2 of them left. The question is, are they actually going to continue on? They might be getting thirsted upon here, though. It's looking like they're actually gonna get wiped out. Wait,
he just cleaned them all up. He just went all in, baby. He just cleaned them all up. I have to imagine some Temtexes or C4s or something went in, but that whole squad is done. They wiped them, but it is all up to Cammy at the moment. Now, the good news is that you could wait for some gulags, and well, we're gonna have one here for Bance. Bance is losing his, it looks like. So it's a little bit unfortunate, but CleanX does get himself back on the map. So now there's only 2 Toronto Ultra members remaining. There is a lot of pressure for as far as what they're going to be able to do, but they might be able to start buying back their teammates. Cammy, he's got plenty of cash from that wipe, and everyone starting to get some of those redeploys back. As CleanX, he's trying to win his 1v1. Shots come through. Should be able to move in for the challenge. He does, and there's a big win to get back out.
Nice, and it's a good way to save yourself a lot of that money because, well, now that a couple of those members are finding their way back on the map, loadout is going to be a big issue, especially as we're getting to the later stages of this game. There isn't going to be a whole lot for them to be able to loot, and even doing the math, all their money between them isn't quite enough for a loadout just yet. So they're going to have to be able to, actually, luckily, they got a whole swath of just scraps that they can pick up from, some good guns. Probably their previous loadouts even.
Yeah, the big thing is like they wiped his team, so there's just all of his extra loot that they can drop down on immediately. It's probably best case situation, best case scenario around here. Now, It's
You
you
have
can see them.
done
You can hear them right now. Beatdown. They're having some laughs. They're having a good time, right?
I'll go back
But
down.
the big thing, and this is improve. Oh, I thought Inside was dead there. I thought he was hitting the ground. I definitely
Yes,
thought
dude.
he was hitting the ground there, but does save himself with the parachute, so won't be breaking any ankles today. But Insight's in a bit of trouble. There is an SUV pulling up on him. It's just a matter of do they know if he's in here? It doesn't look like they do. They're going to make their way towards the zone. So Insight, does he take shots here? No way he takes shots. Right? This is going to be a full team. He's just feeling himself. Does fire a little bit. Will they wrap around for him is the question. Looks like right now, no. They're just interested on getting themselves in towards the next circle.
Yeah, I don't think that squad actually got the info on where they were getting shot from. So it's probably not a risk that they are going to take right now. Oh, yeah, that as well. Maybe if they knew it was Inside, they might have pulled a fat Yui and tried to make the play for him. But otherwise, I think they're just going to move on, try as we're getting to the later stages. The circle's really starting to close right now. And I think this is where teams do start to play a little more safer, try and pick and choose their engagements here. You got to imagine the Ultra Boys are trying to do the same things now. Insight is going to move in this Doom Buggy, move up and reunite with the squad as they're looking like they're going to hole up in this house until the circle starts to close.
You're going to blow
Cammy also still having himself a self-revive here. By no means are you in a bad situation, but getting yourself another loadout, I think, is going to be the factor. I don't think all the weapons that they would want to have, right, is what they're currently in for. So they have to try and get themselves maybe towards another loadout here. It looks like CleanX does get his weapons back, and Cammy, he's been alive for a while, so he might have his as well. But airstrike here potentially, maybe just looking to use it as some binoculars, trying to scout out the area there from afar. Not going to take any kind of a strike just yet, just going to move in slowly but surely. But they have a squad that they are pulling up on. CleanX looking to make a jump over the wall. Don't think he is going to be able to jump, but I think he now realizes not from that angle, but from this one he is good. Targets coming through. They know they're close. Up the ladder. CleanX is going to go here. He's going to do a little peek. Realizes it's okay, but to his left, he finds the first down. Challenges to his right, gets the second down. Support is in, and now the thirst will also come in.
Oh, and it's just so easy when they're moving as a squad like that. That's going to be a double for CleanX, and you know the rest of the squad are cleaning it up in the background. Oh, CleanX taking some shots, though. Oh, from the building right across the way. He is going to get taken down and give away a little cash money himself. Luckily, the rest of the boys are still alive, and a redeploy is certainly in the cards with the amount of money that they are holding on to. But it's with all these deaths, it's getting tougher and tougher to play towards that late game loadout shot.
It is getting later and later in here. Can't fully see how many players maybe are totally left. I want to say about 16 there from what I can see in the top right, but it has been getting lower and lower here for us. Now trying to get CleanX back into play. It might be the next move, but they might be looking to try and deal with this team in towards the top right now. It is still three of them, and I mean, you got Insight now. It's got some weapons here that FFAR, I mean, absolutely shredding up close. That's where he's going to look to utilize it. Just slide canceling back and forth. You got CleanX spamming the buy station right now, telling someone to, hey, get me back in the game. But here comes Insight. Up top he goes, realizes that there's no more enemies up here, but we'll try to take some long range shots with the AUG. Cracks a plate. Good shots are landing. Can he finish off the kill? Looks like the answer is going to be no, and he's just going to simply tag them up and back down.
I live and die.
They put a nice bit of damage on the Big Bertha out in the distance. You gotta imagine they can't hold on to that too much longer. But now they're just gonna let that one go. They see someone across the way. The shots are so easy. Insight takes out one. Cammy is gonna go into this building and look for the squad. But they gotta be careful. An airstrike is coming through as we speak. Wow, another elimination through from Insight. It's just so easy. Oh my god, no! He gets caught with his pants down, putting the plates in his vest.
Oh man, that is absolutely filthy. Cammy does get the trade, but I'm pretty sure the squad that they just wiped there on the roof was the squad that came back, and now they're under a lot of fire. So Insight out of the picture as CleanX comes back in. He's looking to get himself some weapons, and he does so successfully. Satchel fully picked up. Plates no longer an issue, but you have now lost Bance, who is currently in a bad situation. CleanX trying to come to the rescue. Will he get here in time is going to be the question, because it is looking to be pretty close, but he will try to get this res in, sticking it out through the gas like a true teammate does. And now they're going to have to try and get back in, beat down. It's looking really grim for CleanX. Trying to get the touch. Oh, barely a sliver of HP. CleanX will stay alive.
He had to make the tough call to leave his teammate to do so, and now there's only 2 members left And the tough thing is, there's no money for the redeploy. They're looking at about $3,100 between the two of them here. And this is tough scenes to say the least here. Now they're going to have to try and see what kills they can pick up. Any more cash that would miraculously be left out and about. Now I think they do have sights set on this hut nearby. Someone might be here. The shots are coming through. They do connect. That's one easy down for CleanX. And he's just going to go ahead and get the thirst as he looks around for his nearby teammates. It is looking like this man might have been moving on his own.
It wasn't a full team wipe, so maybe just a separate team, but definitely alone for himself. No one else close by. Zone is looking like a bit of a problem right now, and now you can feel it. I mean, they're going to lose someone else. It's trying to be up to CleanX right now. That might be the squad wipe, and there it is. Shots come through, accepts. There to clean things up. That is a lot of cash money you just collected for yourself. 23rd is what we're going to get. So there is still actually a ton of teams left in this one. In Ultra, they have been eliminated, which means Beatdown $1,000 is still up for grabs in this game.
That's right. Not to mention the 500 for second, 250 for third place, and of course, all the money that the boys have given away throughout their deaths in this particular lobby. And so far, it's obviously been a hotly contested one. They definitely look a lot better than what we saw last time. They had a lot of good kills, a lot of good fights, but things really didn't start to pan out in the end. A couple of unlucky situations. The getting caught while putting armor plates comes to mind, of course, and fortunately, they do get eliminated.
Now it's just a matter of what squad is going to be able to take over. Now, I know this is when we talk about, all right, we don't like the fact that people might be camping, but when there's $1,000 on the line, I might be willing to give someone a pass, Beatdown. Might be willing to give someone a bit of a pass, at least for today. Any other day, all right, not okay. But right now, with lots of money playing for you, it's got to be a priority, right? To put yourself in a position where you're going to be able to possibly set up and get yourself a good amount of cash to come through. Right now, we'll be taking at least a look at the squad that we do have for ourselves, and they have just about, it looks like, all their loadouts. Things are looking pretty good. All 4 members up and available, but these circles are getting smaller and smaller, which is going to be pretty problematic as we look at these last kind of 20-ish teams remaining in towards this first lobby.
That's the thing I always find so interesting about these particular custom Warzone lobbies is how many teams make it through the first couple of rounds as that circle gets smaller and smaller. It is actually pretty impressive how safe some of these teams can play, how long they can last. And when the circle gets this small, and we're talking 11 squads left, it looks like, that is it's quite the densely filled amount of space here.
And now we got the ape couch, just the last one left alive. He is not in a great position whatsoever. It looks like he has just dropped down from a gulag. He has his pistol. Shots are in and around him right now. So everything just completely closing in on him. The pressure, I can only imagine, while your whole team watches you. The last one left alive, right? Beatdown, where it's like, all right, you better clutch this up, man. I want to get to the top 3 for the money. It's like, oh, that's going to be pretty hard when you only got a pistol here. So he is just really in not a very good position at all. But maybe he can just kind of wait for all the teams to slowly but surely kind of take each other out and work his way in, right? There's not too many teams left here coming down to the final 7.
I could have sworn I saw a loadout on his screen as well. You gotta imagine he's biding his time trying to make his way over there. That is his last hope. I hate to say it, but I don't know if X16 dreams enough. He saw someone and gave himself away. You know he's got to be on the sprint. Oh, he's landing the shots. Wait, are you kidding me? He's gonna take him out. But he does give away his location. He's got to do a little ducking and diving, bobbing and weaving. But oh my God, Austin, he gets the miracle play for the loadout. Oh, he gets taken down.
He does get taken down there. It was looking so great. Gets his weapons, maybe feeling like, all right, I can get back into this, but not the case. He is taken out. Now, final 5 squads with a total of 11 players left. So a lot of these teams not with their full 4 likely. And we can see at least Hollywood's right now and Wakes, the 2 remaining on this squad. Sniper in hand. Hollywood's maybe looking for some shots. Looking to see if he can tag this player up. And Big Bertha, well, if you don't tag him up, Big Bertha sure will. As it is going to be the circle now closing. And again, we actually got 2 Big Berthas in this circle just driving around right now. I don't know if it's from the same team, but either way, I would be terrified if I was the last one remaining. And take a look at this circle. This is not ideal. You are just on the edge of this. The gas mask is available. Man, oh man, you got to make a move.
Yeah, and it's looking like time is now. Running out of time. That mask is starting to break. They are going to be able to get through just in time. Hollywoods is right in front of somebody. Up comes the flash. He does get the hit marker. And now he catches him in the smoke. And he's going to be able to get the thirst as well. He's so low. And oh, there's so many people still firing. We're down to the last 4 members, each representing a squad. Only 3 people left, Austin.
2v1 situation right now as we're in rotation for the zone. And well, think the game might have ended here for us as we will see our very first winners come through. And that was a spicy one. We had double big Berthas coming in. It was just complete and utter chaos, but that's almost exactly how we like it, Nathan. So we'll take a look at maybe what 3 squads did end up placing in towards the money here for us. Not sure of all the team names here, of course, off the top, but we'll get that maybe confirmed for you going in towards the next lobby. Either way, we know that Ultra, they still got some work to do right now. Beatdown Warzone still not looking the prettiest.
Not quite yet, but honestly, 23rd, not a bad start. There's going to be 3 lobbies on the night, of course. But one thing I really want to say is shout out to the Ape coach. Man, really had me believing for just a little bit. The miracle run was alive, but oh, the biggest of unluckies for him. Overall, super spicy to start things off here on this first lobby. And we still got 2 more to go.
We do. We can chalk this one up. It feels like we keep making excuses, but it's a warm-up lobby, right? We'll see what they do going in towards the next one. There is like 38 teams, trying to track these guys down. So to be fair, it is not easy by any means. But first one, lots of money going around here. So I'm sure they're absolutely thrilled with how that one ends. And I feel like for the most part, a lot of teams are banding up and towards some of the last couple circles there for us, Beatdown. So a nice little spicy end game there for us. But that is going to do it here for the very first lobby. As Nate has said, we still got 2 more coming up here for you guys. And we'll also remind you this entire thing, of course, presented by Bell, the official internet provider for Toronto Ultra. Toronto Ultra also competes on the Bell Fiber internet, which is what they're currently using. So we'll see if they can maybe use that to their advantage going in towards lobby 2 and 3. For now, we're going to throw things to a short little break. Don't go too far. We come back. Lobby 2 coming up next.
Frustrated by lag? Don't take it out on them.
You've explored worlds together, survived battle royales together.
It's time to enjoy low lag together. Save the controllers with pure fiber internet from Bell. Gamers get it.
can't stand all the packet loss, don't take it out on them.
You've explored worlds together, survived battle royales together.
It's time to enjoy low packet loss together. Save the controllers with pure fiber internet from Bell. Gamers get it.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back here as we get ready to get towards our second lobby here for the Bell Battle Royale 2.0. It's myself, Visions, joined with Beatdown. And first lobby didn't go as planned for the Ultra Force Beatdown, but they still got 2 more tries, a chance to bounce back. We did confirm it was MBags who did actually come out there with that very first win. Looked pretty solid, able to take it. That's, of course, with Nickool, someone we saw from the last tournament. So they, I think, are in this one as well here for us, the second lobby 2 Beatdown. So this means that they might have a chance maybe to cash out even more and take these guys down again.
Yeah, we certainly do have some repeat members, repeat teams in the 3 lobbies we're having on the night. So it is really nice to be able to imagine getting back-to-back $1,000 cash prizes, especially if you end up taking some of the Ultra members here and there. Oh, we absolutely take those any day of the week, twice on Sunday and even on Monday, which I'm pretty sure today is Monday. So that does end up working out in some way or another. And pretty soon we're going to load into the second Warzone lobby where hopefully the boys have gotten their warm-up in. We definitely saw some pretty nice sniper play from Cammy, and I do hope we see a little bit more of that as well going into lobby 2.
Yeah, it was best case scenario. They got the superstore drop. They got themselves, looted out right away. Loadouts were in. They got a lot of early cash to be able to start picking up some UAVs. So it's really the best start you could have hoped for. Now, do you go that, go for that again, knowing that's likely what the rest of the lobbies may be expecting you to go, right? Like these are some of the questions that we start to wonder. And well, based off of where they're looking to drop here, it looks like it is going to be a change of plans. So maybe getting themselves in towards somewhere just a little bit different, close towards the TV station, just going to post themselves up in towards a close by village and start looting up here this time around.
I feel like the first superstore hunt drop they did in lobby 1 is definitely once in a lifetime. You don't run into a whole lot of people. You get everything you need, thousands and thousands of dollars. I think they know they can't really push their luck again. So yeah, it is going to be the TV station drop where they are going to be largely uncontested here. And so far, they're just going to find whatever they can. Looking like they do grab a contract as well. So looting some crates is going to get them even more money. And as we all know, first thing on everybody's minds is that loadout drop.
That's definitely what we're going to be going for first. And this time around, looking to maybe see what everyone else is going to bring towards the table. I think that, Bance coming in, he was hyping himself up, saying, listen, the Ultra Boys didn't have me last time. This time they did. Well, still, believe it was only in towards the 23rd place. So they have to at least beat that. You feel like there's some improvement, right? Going through these lobbies. Maybe even make it towards like a final circle would certainly be a goal here for them. And I mean, for anyone that is not familiar with what this, exactly entails for as far as what they're doing, I mean, every single team is trying to hunt these guys down. So it's really almost Ultra versus everyone else. And if you take the Ultra Boys down, well, there is so much cash to be able to be won for first, second, and third. But this time around, no early action again, which is really fortunate for them. You don't want to take these early gunfights. You don't want that position to be known on towards the map. So they will just do some early looting as we were talking about, get themselves some guns, and so far so good here as they're starting to work up the cash.
That's right. And as soon as they finish up this contract, they're going to get even more cash for themselves here. You got to imagine being on the outskirts of the circle. They're going to run into some teams pretty soon. But being able to finish this means they might be able to grab themselves that loadout drop right away. And they have so much, actually, that they're sitting on right now that they could actually potentially grab themselves some of those self-revive kicks. We saw those come out pretty late last time. And I mean, looking back, it might be something where they want to invest in a little bit early, because I think now they really understand the extent of which everyone is looking to take these guys down.
Yeah, it's always the hard balance. I find even when I was, playing Warzone pretty frequently, it was like, do we want to get ourselves UAVs here, or do we want to self-revive? It's kind of that balance of, all right, we get a lot of information on the map for as far as who's close to us and maybe who we can go for, because remember, snowballing is a massive part of Warzone in general. So you want to make sure you are collecting kills and wiping out teams so that you do have a cash flow constantly available. But at the same time, you also would love to have that self-revive, knowing that if you go down, you are still safe and sound. So it is that balance. But it is nice to see the Ultra guys, even after, the very first game, that they're having a good time, a blast. And that's obviously what this entire thing's about. So they get themselves a loadout, they're going to start doing some scouting, and this is the start that they wanted to have, and they'll get it.
That's right. Another thing financially to just consider is that you end up losing a teammate, and then they lose in the gulag. Just another Another financial burden is bringing them back. That redeployment costing a clean $4,500. So a lot of things on these boys' minds in terms of early spending at the moment. It looks like they will hold out, see what they can do, see what they can get away with early on as everyone's played it up. Everybody has the loadouts they're looking for, and they're actually, some of them are actually pushing towards the outskirts of this circle, trying to come see if they can catch people closing in.
And lots of information here. At least one team is going to be close by. It looks to be maybe on top. It will be Bance, the first one in. He's going to start taking some shots here. Looking to land that first one. That's good. Plate's knocked on the second. He gets reshelled, though, and Bance already taken off the map. He's got his teammates in, so now Cammy's starting to get in towards the mix. He finds one.
That's
He's out for two. The reload's there, and he will make his way in, beating them all down. Team wipe will be secure.
Ooh, that's right, and that's going to be all 3 members taken out. I think there might be one more because they weren't instantly taken down, but I don't think this is a challenge. He wants all members alive and well except the Bance, who's now having to go through the gulag. But of course, all that money earned means even if he somehow loses that 1v1, should be fine. His teammates can bring it back, and that precision airstrike's going to add very nicely to Cammy's toolkit.
I want to look at a couple teams here. MBags, they won the last one, looking pretty solid. They got themselves $1,000 already, secured. Now looking to see if they can maybe bounce back for a second one. But we also have another squad here, Kings. I think we got to take a little bit of a look at them for as far as what they were doing last time around, but might not get a chance maybe to tell the full story, as they are going to be trying to look for maybe this next push in towards it, but instead just going to actually get maybe a buyback here on towards Bance, and maybe just waiting here at the moment. It doesn't look like he buys him back right away, even though Cammy is going to have just a little bit of cash. CleanX, on the other hand, he's feeling really dicey, right? He's bouncing up and down on the fence. He's feeling pretty good. So he'll lose himself one, but it looks like Bance has now been purchased back. Shots there for Cammy. I think that one connected. It might have actually hit Big Bertha. Now he's going to see if he can try and collapse.
The problem is he might be getting collapsed upon. Big Bertha comes to a halt, and it's looking like these guys are looking for him. But Cammy puts himself out in the open, gets taken down. CleanX here looking like he can help clean up, as he does have some in his sights. Takes down one, can't get the rest, though. It's going to be him and Insight. They can...
What's this? Yes, I might be snaking here.
Now looking for some shots here from Insight. Just over the wall, has the AUG in hand. They're going to be able to get themselves, it looks like, one down secured, and might have actually just been the full wipe that ends up coming through here for them, as they're going to clean everyone up, pick up some extra ammo, get the tacticals and lethals rolling, and they do still have Cammy, who has actually went down, and he doesn't win his gulag, so that's someone they're going to have to work on getting back, but because you just get the team wipe, you do get yourselves in a good spot. Now the gulag coming through actually is. It was just in prep. Shots come through there. Pistol's good for Cammy. A little bit close. Just coming down to a single bullet before putting him away. But redeployment will be good for Cammy.
He puts him away all the same, as Cammy's back on the map. And it looks like Bance is just at the top of the stadium here. I think he spots someone out. It does look like a person's head, but no shots taken, so it could be just a structure of some sort. It's looking like this time around they are spending a lot of time in this part of the map here. They are safe inside the circle for the most part, so they do want to try. Again, this is one of the many strategies we've seen watching Warzone. Some people do like to watch the outskirts of zones. They catch someone here on the helicopter. Oh, they could just blow this thing up, Austin.
Oh, they could try. I mean, they don't exactly have any explosive, but they'll take some shots, and that guy just gets out there and maybe taking some more. I think they're gonna have to give this one up. Yeah, I think he's gone. Maybe he can jump out. Actually, into the parachute. He will go. Shots coming through. Bance can't land them. So I was almost a little bit of a choke for shots, right? Bance certainly had some shots to be able to take before getting in towards the helicopter, but he just drops down, gets right in, and gets himself out. So a kill that they don't get. But now maybe worrying about some other teams, as there's a lot of tall buildings you have to be careful about. And you can see Bance, he's very wary about where they could potentially be shot from.
Yeah, the longer they're up here, the more I'm starting to clench a little bit for the guys here, because as I saw Cammy turn around, I'm like, well, those are a lot of very high up buildings here. It would actually be a shame if somebody was up there with the sniper. Of course, doesn't seem like Cammy has one at the moment. So things are just slowing down as I believe the boys have picked up a contract and are headed towards this loadout out in the distance. Oh, we see someone breaks the armor. That's an easy down here for Cammy, and he's going to get the thirst as well. It sounds like his teammates are nearby, but he's just going to hang back, plate himself back up to full, and they're going to keep on moving.
Keep on moving, and that's without a loadout here on the FFAR able to do it, but you can just see how much kick that thing has without getting attached on it, right? So the fact that Cammy's able to get something there is pretty important. Bance going to do a little swap up there, maybe get some favorable perks now that he's able to get his second loadout in the same life. Insight, on the other hand, he is really far away from all of his brethrens, and this is where, you know, things maybe get a little bit dicey, right? You might be giving over a free $50 right here, beat down, if you're not careful. So you do have to be a little bit wary about where everyone else is. So no support on this one. This will be a solo mission on Insight. Maybe looking to break down a door. He wants to cash out, has a vehicle nearby. He does get tagged up here. So they absolutely know he's not in a great position. We'll see if he can maybe try and make something happen.
We are seeing an explosive looking like come out from the side here. He's really trying to play for this bounty. He has to eliminate one person. You're going to see the Semtex come through, and he's watching all angles here. And I think we got some utility coming from the opposing team as well. This one is really tough. He spots somebody out. He spots two, but he isn't taking the shots yet. He needs a clear shot, but he's running out of time. The more people come up, oh, he runs into one. Oh, he can't quite get the kill. The risk doesn't pay off, but luckily Insight does have the gulag.
Yeah, not a big fan of that, right? You could just honestly take the vehicle there, if anything, and get yourself out, or at least retreat to your team. So that's going to actually hurt a bit of the economy that you do have available to yourself for CleanX and Bance. Now we'll go back to Bance's POV. He's got that AUG and that FFAR in the back pocket. So the ideal setup that you'd love to have in Warzone currently intact. Another helicopter. Bance going to take some shots, able to tag up at least the helicopter and a couple of the players, it looks like here. CleanX actually gets himself a knock there. So he did fall, has just been taken down. Bance trying to thirst that out, trying to land those shots there with the burst. There it is. Long shot's good, and they'll find another kill.
Almost 200 meters. It was a little touch and go there for a second, but he gets it done, and that's going to be a nice little bit of extra cash there. Thing is now, what's next for these guys? Toronto Ultra Squad, they're just moving closer inland. They are trying to get within that circle, but they are watching their sides, watching their backs, because they've been getting a lot of unwanted guests recently. So I think they're just being really careful, trying to cover all their bases. Looks like one might play for that loadout close by. I believe it is Cammy, who isn't quite sitting on a loadout just yet, so it could be something he works towards.
And it's going to be Insight who does just drop back in there with the redeployment, who I think does want to try and get something going. Satchel also pinged. I think that might have been picked up there potentially by Insight, or at least one of the players. So lots of plates to go around, and things slow down. It feels like, oh, wait, maybe I won't get it towards that point, because Insight, well, he is caught alone again this time. Maybe he is not going to be seen, but he might take some shots here. He loves doing this. He wanted to, right? He was trying to line up for it. Luckily, maybe for him, that Big Bertha kind of escaped his line of sight. So doesn't put himself in a bad situation. But now one player dropping down. Cammy also here on the free fall, looking to get himself in a better position, maybe to start looking over some players. Ping's coming in, but not exactly lining anything up just yet, as every single player just about in towards the new circle.
That's right, and that's going to be a pretty easy kill for Cammy. He's looking for two. Can't quite break the armor, but it's looking like in the background, his teammate has helped him out here. No, actually, it is Cammy who secures it himself. So that's a nice little bit of extra cash for the kill. You eliminate two more members of this lobby. And now the jailbreak has come through, so a lot of more people are getting back onto the map. And Austin, we got a lot of people still. We got a lot of people still here. Oh, Cammy finds another. That's going to be an easy takedown for him, but he has got to run and play himself back up as his teammates are also under fire.
Yeah, it looks like Insight and CleanX, they both find some kills as well. Insight looks to secure a knock, but there's still a bounty nearby, so this very well looks to be two teams. There's the thirst on towards one. Contract complete. The cash flow is in. Look at that. 9,000 here for Cammy, 16,000 for Bance, 86K here for Insight, as well as CleanX, who's going to be waiting to get back out on towards the map, as it looks like he was traded out, but just in towards the gulag to see if he might be able to clutch this one up here. We did see Cammy win his earlier. Now with the X16 is good, and there it is. Little jump shot challenge. Just all the confidence in the world will be able to get a confirmed redeploy.
Yeah, and to match, they have all the money in the world, Austin. It's actually unreal. Oh, Bance is committing the cardinal sin of the Austin playbook. He's taking the elevator shaft.
It's risky, man. It's just like I've just ran into so many claymores or like T4s just prepped and ready and waiting. They just wait for the sound cue. You get to the top and boom, there you go. It's scary from time to time. But Bance, I feel like with all the kills coming down in the area and no shots in return from the high ground, feels safe. But they do scout one out there. Bance still with the scout out feels pretty confident. But look at that circle. This is actually not a very big circle at all, and there is still a lot of players because of that jailbreak. So Bance now caught on transition. $18,000 to his name. He will get to safety, but his teammates somehow have to get up to him.
It's looking like, yep, it will be Cammy climbing the ladder, trying to get to his teammate. There will be some time, most likely, to get him back. And like you said, he's got so much money on his person right now. He, doesn't make the jump. That is so bad. I actually think they won't be able to revive him now. He might just run out of time.
Oh, it's gonna be close. Bance is gonna be, yeah. I mean, they're gonna come and collect his cash, right? Like if he dies, you're like, well, don't worry, we'll get your cash, buddy. But Cammy, he's got a different parkour route to get up here. It was looking a little dicey. I would have loved to see Bance's cam there as well. As he maybe if they didn't make it to him and he was dying out after Cammy misses the jump. But as soon as they get back up, they're gonna convert for another kill, maybe even a second. Plates blocked as well. Bance, as soon as he comes up, he's got to be revived here again. Doesn't look like he got all the plates in. However, Cammy's still safe and sound. Is good. And CleanX off screen. He cleans up a couple here as he just wipes the whole squad.
And we're seeing the tail end of that. That's going to be 3 kills, it looks like. And it's just all the more gold, not gold, money for the members of Toronto Ultra. Now, circle is starting to get smaller, but I mean, there's still so many people on this lobby, and you can see it with how much fighting has been going on nonstop. And yeah, they have to redeploy, but look at their money, Austin. They're good for it.
Oh, yeah.
They can still redeploy. They can still buy another loadout should they really want to. Maybe they wait until later stages of the game again, bring out the ghost perk. But overall, I think they're sitting pretty right now. I think the only thing to worry about is get some extra armor in Insight's pocket.
That would be the plan. And Insight really has an act for kind of just going for a bit of a solo dolo mission, right? Like just kind of making moves by himself, just seeing what he can do. So it's punished him a couple times, but they are at least close proximity enough to maybe help each other out. Also see the heartbeat scanner coming into play there for CleanX, just checking his back before he treads over some open area. And well, now it's going to be shots here. Good for Cammy. Looking to see if he can find that second. Oh, catches him right on the last shot before he moves into cover, but he's still not done. He might have wiped one squad, but there was another squad here right on him, and now the plates are blocked, but he does slip away.
Yeah, that's so crucial. They were on top of the building, so they aren't going to be able to jump onto him right away. He is going to be able to plate himself up, even pick up a couple of extras too, but Insight falls in the background, so things might be getting a little tough here for the boys. Cammy is focusing on repositioning himself, trying to get that high ground angle to see if they can punish the members trying to attack this squad here. So far, looks like they are just going to need to redeploy one.
Long range shots for Bance. Let's get one out and towards the firehouse. Still 94 players left total in towards this lobby right now, and we are in towards the 3rd circle. This is absolutely bizarre. There are so many players and teams nearby, and now it's going to be actually a knock. Insight looking for some help, or rather on towards Cammy. Insight's actually already been knocked out of the picture, so CleanX and Bance forced to go big. You have a self-revive available there for Bance. I think Cammy did just invest in towards his, so he's trying to get himself back up and in towards the mix. Everyone just trying to play their lives. I mean, this next circle should be really interesting because this one is already tiny with a lot of it covering the water, so there is just teams scattered everywhere right now, Beatdown.
Yeah, now we're going to see if they can even get themselves towards a buy station. CleanX is en route, and he is very close. The big thing now is that redeploy, and I think we're at the point where you can start thinking about that second loadout. The screen and the playable parts of the map are getting very, very small, and I think Ghost would come in handy here, but the UAV actually is going to come out. I do like this. You do get a lot of information. You do have areas where you can hang out. Oh, Cammy is going to run into one. The armor breaks. Oh, he sticks him, but gets flashed. He actually manages to survive. No, he's down and is going to get thirsted. That's tough.
Bro. I've left him.
Oh man, that is really tough there. I mean, you can even see maybe a bit of frustration there for Cammy as he has been taken out and loses out on a lot of that cash that he had at his disposal. Bance though, he's still 10k strong, and well, look exactly where he's going. The problem is that Cammy is maybe not going to have a good amount of weapons going in towards the later parts of this game, right? Like he loses both of his loadout weapons. Doesn't look like there's any real close loadouts just yet. Likely we'll get another one, but we take a look at that circle. That's exactly what I was talking about here as Cammy comes back in towards the map. We are just in such a tight little spot where there is not a whole lot of area left, and Inside is also caught in the situation where he doesn't necessarily have himself the weapons of choice. So there is a couple of problems at hand, and we're going to see exactly how they're going to deal with them right now, Nate.
It does seem like Inside has picked up a rifle, so at least can do something from a distance. The big thing I'm wondering now is Cammy. He is playing for a bounty, and it's a big one at that. In these next couple of minutes, that can net him a good $6,500, which could be really useful later on. Get that loadout that we keep talking about. Oh, we are going to see the shots come through. That is one down, and he has time to thirst, but maybe he doesn't. He does complete the bounty, and he's looking like he's just going to get away here, place himself back up. And look at that contract bonus, Austin. They're just swimming in it right now. And CleanX, unfortunately, does go down in the background, as it is still just Bance trying to win this 1v1 from the distance. Can't quite break the armor, but he loses another teammate. They're down to 2 here for the boys. That's $100 given away with their deaths.
I'm telling you, man. I mean, you better be bringing out Bance to dinner. It feels like after this game, he has just been bailing them out of that gray screen here, just time and time again, getting them back in towards the map. The same problem is arising, and they have to try and get themselves a weapon. Lucky enough, M16 just comes through there. Pretty clutch for Insight to at least get something. That's not a sniper. Bance, though, he's moving in for another kill. Nice little jump shot, but he's now under fire up top, so he will fall. A lot of the money that was flowing around for Ultra no longer there. Insight, he can't finesse. One by one, they're dropping, and now it's really going to be up to Cammy and CleanX as they're the last 2 remaining.
Yeah, they're going to get some shots. CleanX takes down 1. He's looking for 2. They don't seem to know where he is. By the time they know, it's too late. Oh, but maybe it's
got turned on.
Man, an absolutely obliterated Cammy. 1x16 and a dream to hopefully improve from the first game's results. They do get word the loadout is dropping. It's going to be the big deciding thing here. They need this, Austin. They need it bad.
Oh man, I can't believe we just got that on camera. CleanX just got smoked.
Yeah,
that was not good. That was not good. He just got completely taken out of the map, and now Cammy, what can you do? Kill! We almost got on 2, and he will be traded in the end. He got the down. It's the second play that takes him out. It's an improvement to say the least for his speed down 21, but still feeling the pressure for sure in lobby number 2.
And I think to be fair, things got really tough for them towards the end. You talked about how small the circle was getting, how a lot of that was covered by water and not actually accessible. And you could see from when it really started to fall apart in the last few minutes there, how wide open the area was. And when you're late to the party in these late game scenarios, you are going to end up getting taken out from many different angles. And I think the only real thing we can kind of criticize for is how you gonna let them turn you like that, man?
Yeah, I mean, too much Cold War, maybe too much Cold War. That's what you got to chalk it up to. But
yeah, maybe.
We can see the squad right here. It's going to be Fraglive looking to do what he can with his teammate xblackwar. There's not a whole lot of cash flowing around, but loadouts look to be in. And we're now looking at about 37 players total left in towards lobby number 2. Another $1,000 up for grabs for that first place spot. Not totally sure on all the teams necessarily remaining in towards this lobby here, but we do know the simple fact that there is a lot of players and teams that can win it. So a good position to be in, but the circle getting smaller, pressure coming in, Fraglive feeling it, and he's trying to play himself up here, but the gas is also playing against him, and he's going to have to try and lay down for a quick moment as his teammate also looks to be under fire.
Yeah, this one is tough. It's still 2 versus the rest. They do manage to get themselves a vehicle, and they are on the move, but they are going to be under fire. There's still so many people in this lobby, even though we're dropping down to 33. At least they managed to get themselves to this gas station, a little bit of cover, a bit of a reprieve, but you can see that I think that's an airstrike coming in on the side. Things are really heating up in these last couple of minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it's just how small it is. Like, people are going to be making rotations right now, and someone's trying to drop in. Fraglive trying to land him, and yeah, he's on the roof right now. Can't really find the shots. that player just parachutes in looking to hopefully find a weapon up top, or it's just going to be the pistol that he has. And everything just coming to a brief pause. 27 now left. Total 10 squads. One player just cuts right across, and that will be cleaned up there. Blackwar good. This duo, at the moment, they're holding on beatdown.
Yeah, but they got to be careful. You got to imagine that one member was not alone. If there's a squad nearby, they are privy to his location. This is where it gets tough. Luckily, they're just outside the next safe zone. They got about 30 seconds till that gas starts moving, unfortunately. Shot isn't quite there. Two real close ones there for Cammy, but it's looking like the shots just are not Cammy, excuse me, for Fraglive. He does run into one. They do take him out, so this is still looking all right. Oh, but he actually is going to get taken down. Only one teammate left. It is Blackwater, and unfortunately, he can't save his teammate, and it looks like he can't even save himself.
He's got to get out of the gas while fighting against these other squads.
Right there.
And
no!
Can't get in. Can't get in. We'll switch now over towards another squad. Also, team of two. But look at this circle. And it's another big bertha as well. At least it's only one. But the problem here, Nathan, is getting to that next zone. This is open area. And yeah, you got to take the fight right now. Find the shot. Do what you can, because good luck crossing. And now the challenge up top. They're going wide. Mustang Cobra, what can you do here with your teammate BXR? They're trying to get it done, as they are going to be one of the 3 squads remaining.
That's right, and not the ideal loadout for these two either. And oh, they got to play in and out of the smoke, but they can't. They get shot from the distance, and I think we might have our winners in lobby number 2.
Oh man, that was absolutely spicy there for us. Just, it comes down to a lot of these zones, and it's a simple fact that we've also gotten 2 jailbreaks, right? Like back to back, where all these players that are being taken off the map are being thrown back in when we're like 2 or 3 circles in. So it's creating all this additional pressure, and it makes it hard to maneuver. It really does, and we're starting to feel that. So really, really difficult. Lobby number 2 there again. Ultra, of course, finishing 21st. So a couple bump ups for the last placement, but still, man, there is a lot of talented Warzone players on the day for us beatdown, and it is just ever so close for as far as what we're witnessing.
Yeah, I think that just kind of proves it in what we've seen, how much these guys have been feeling the pressure here, the Toronto Ultra Boys, that is, and they've just been hunted left, right, and center, and it's tough. Again, I really mean it when I say that towards the end of that second lobby, you're just out in the middle of the open in a really small map. You got a lot of people who are camping for that $1,000, and you know what? I'll accept it. There's a lot of things I do for a G, and I think camping is on that list of things, so I can understand, and it's a powerful tool. Late game, you're sitting in one corner, you're already in the center of the circle, you catch people while they're rotating in. It's honestly pretty free.
Well, ladies and gents, that was lobby number 2 coming through for us. We still got one more left to see who's going to be able to take home some more cash, and whether or not Ultra is going to be able to bounce back. So we are going to throw things to another break. When we come back, our last lobby of the night coming up.
High pain got you upset? Don't take it out on them.
You've explored worlds together, survived battle royales together.
It's time to enjoy low ping together.
Save the controllers with pure fiber internet from Bell. Gamers get it.
Hello, ladies and gents, and welcome back here as we get ready to load up our third lobby for the Bell Battle Royale 2.0. Of course, Bell presented here, and well, the official internet of the Toronto Ultras. So they got themselves the big gigs for as far as what they need with the internet beat down. Now it's just a matter of can they put them to use, because things have been tough, things have been difficult, but we'll see if they can come alive here in this third lobby, maybe bring us a bit of a show on their part.
So they certainly have the best internet money can buy, but the question is, can they actually come through in the end? We have been seeing improvements, even if marginal, between lobby 1 and 2. And I gotta say, it's better than last time, where I think they had a pretty decent start and it just went downhill from there. So we like this upward trajectory, that's for sure.
Listen, I think it is a bit unfortunate to see 2 jailbreaks come through in lobby 1, lobby 2, right? Like that's a little bit unfortunate, let's be honest. So it feels like all the work that they get done is now kind of just nullified into like, well, we got to do it all over again plus more. So it's not easy, not you know, and by no means am I knocking them, but it does feel like maybe there's been a couple of issues. I think Insight likes to go off and kind of enjoy his own little solo plays and things like this. So getting together and just playing a little tighter to see if they can maybe actually come up with a win would be the goal, because there was a lot of really high moments where it felt like they were getting a lot of squad wipes. They had really good economy flow. There was multiple downs, right, from a lot of the Ultra guys, but people like Bance and Cammy felt like they were kind of really, you know, carrying the load, getting those guys back in. So it's just a matter of having a more consistent mid to late game, and if they can do that and keep on track with how the early games have been going, then yeah, we could get ourselves, you know, a good game. But it's time to jump into a beatdown. Let's see where they land here for our last game of the night.
Yeah, and I just want to like keep highlighting that particular thing with Insight on his Dolo, always trying to make those single plays. We do see strategies like that come out in Warzone tournaments, make no mistake. But the big difference to understand is that those are in kill races. You split off into teams, you try to pick up as much kills as you can. But that's not how this particular format works. It is about the Warzone victories, and you can't be splitting up if that's what you're playing for here. And honestly, we had the same team win back-to-back lobbies 1 and 2, but now that they're not in this one, everybody's going to get a chance, because it seems like lobbies 1 and 2, they were getting robbed blind.
Yeah, robbed blind, and going back to the Superstore, seeing what they can do, and if they can get another free loot, I mean, have at it. But I'm actually a little surprised they just said, listen, let's just send it. Let's just go back to what worked for us in map 1, right? Like, a little risky, but I kind of respect it at the same time. It looks like these guys also have been having a good time all around, too. So this is a free loot, no contention in towards Superstore, which means they get themselves an early loadout just about a minute into play.
You can see some of them are just covering all their bases, making sure they aren't getting collapsed upon. Bance just has his crosshair trained as wow. That was not gonna lie, that vehicle coming in actually kind of threw me off for just a second, but there it is. The first loadout is gonna come. Wait a second. I think it did.
No.
Wait, no. Is this? No.
Can they jump up to it?
Was this intentional? Like I don't.
No. Oh.
Put it underneath.
Wait.
Can they get the? They got to go to the top of Superstore and jump down onto it, I think.
Oh no.
Oh, if they die in the process here.
Oh wait, no, they can do it.
Wait, they can do that. They go. Oh man, it's just like his heart just like sunk into his stomach. Look at him, he's just laughing. He's like, I almost just completely threw it for us, guys, but they're good. They're regained here. Beat down loadouts are going to in fact be secured.
Yeah, and I think the big thing there too, I originally thought that this was intentional. Like honestly, like throwing it up on the roof, I'm like, oh, they know they can jump up, right? But it turns out that was a closer call than initially expected. But they got the loadouts, they got the vehicles, and also they got the trophy system. So they're checking off all the boxes in the early parts of the game, as usual here for the Toronto Ultra boys. And at this point, it's just going to be about collecting contracts, getting that cash flow going like they have been pretty much throughout the entire evening. So the big thing here, looking for these guys again, mid to late game. Once the zone gets closer and closer, once you start getting into clumps and clumps of other people looking to pick up those bounties on their heads specifically, how are they going to handle those? How are they going to improve those if they want to get an even better placing in this lobby?
I will say, last lobby they had so many bounties going. Like that was why they were able to get their teammates back in so many different times. Was I think they had like a times like 6 or 7 in a row, right? Which is not something you usually get, but it was also kind of just how the lobby was going here for us, for the simple fact that we did get a jailbreak. There was a lot of extra members on the map, so it kind of allowed you to be able to keep picking them off there time and time again. But we will now see the Ultra guys all get together on the SUV. You're going to take some of the high ground back towards another buy station if they choose to use it, but I think plates are pretty decent across the board, so they're not going to look to spend the little cash that they do have now. Just about trucking over towards this very first bounty, it looks like will be the goal as they slowly but surely close in on that. And this is where you have to be a little bit worrisome, where you have crossed a lot of area. You're obviously on the mini map, right? You're in that SUV, so they know you're coming, and it looks like they're going to be posted up in the firehouse as they look to make the move.
And pings come out, confirm that, and we're gonna see if they run into anybody in this initial engage here. Like you said, there's already been a bit of well, hold on a second. Airstrike coming out. CleanX was just getting away by the skin of his butt cheeks there, but he is going to be fine as he moves to the firehouse. You do wonder, though, if somebody else is nearby trying to make a play. You really don't want to get third party trying to pick up your first contract, but oh my gosh, another airstrike is coming through here, it seems like. As you gotta imagine, I do like this. They have CleanX on lookout while the rest of the boys take care of the inside. But looking on the inside, we got a lot of action going on here. That's one down. That's a second one. And it's looking like it's just easy work for the Ultra boys.
Big cleanup right there. Ultra hits it fast, and they just absolutely mow everyone down. But they do end up just dropping inside. It looks like he's picked back up, so he doesn't have to worry about going towards the gulag here early on. And yeah, you talked about CleanX kind of just doing a bit of scouting there, because these airstrikes were coming in, and that has to come from a different team. You can't really expect them to be dropping that on themselves, especially with no one really being on top of the roof. So they were kind of looking for that second team. Not really going to spot them, I don't think, but they are going to start making their moves now. And with a bit of cash coming through, you can see it, 3 self-revives. So that is also going to play a pretty important factor going in towards the rest of the game.
This is already a big difference from what we've seen before, a big early investment on those very self-revives, and now they don't have a whole lot of money to actually play with, but they believe it is important with some of the close calls that they've had, and it does make sense. A lot of the times where they do get down, they don't always get thirsted on, and being able to get yourself back in the fight, not have to spend on the redeployment, not having to use your gulag right away, could be really crucial for them going later into the game. Big thing now is they're on Big Bertha, no trophy system this time around, so they are going to have to be a lot more careful about how they advance, but it's looking like they set their sights on this next bound, and that's all they're worried about.
Yeah, with the meta kind of shifting over towards Semtex, it looks like, I mean, players a lot more willing to play the risk of no trophies, but now they need to play the risk of the team that is also up on towards the mountain, looking to knock them down here. CleanX pops out. Oh, he loses the gunfight, and now that's going to be one down as he's forced to go towards the gulag. Maybe we can see how the rest of Ultra currently doing in this exchange. Looks like maybe Bance could have gotten trade, but he's still battling out against what looks to be a full squad here. Snaps on towards the second. Down is secured. Elimination also comes through, but not a full team wipe. So still expecting a few more players to be close and nearby. One inside here. Bance with the chase, goes to the og, gets the help. There is the down. Another elimination, but still not a full team wipe. And there he is. He comes out of nowhere. I think he's behind the door. Bance gets traded, and Cammy needs to move in.
Oh, and this is disaster early on for Ultra. They do get the cleanup, but the fact that they've had to use, they lose so much. You don't even get to use those self-revives. You just get thirsted immediately and have to use the gulag. Of course, we will see CleanX make it back on the map. No loadout, of course. And we're going to see if Bance can do the same, but having to bring them back so early with that redeployment is also going to really hurt the economy here for the boys.
This is not my favorite pistol, that's for sure. Magnum trying to land those shots, man. And rocks are coming through as well, but Bance, he gets it. Little body shot, little teabag there at the end as well. Just letting them know. And yeah, it looks like he got tagged up with a couple of rocks. So it's could have been being called out, you know, as it tends to happen in the gulag sometimes when your team goes down. But Bance is going to hold strong, does manage to clutch out there under the pressure, and back out on towards the map he comes.
That's right. Challenger's mental these boys have cannot be broken by the likes of some randoms trying to get them down. Now they make it back, but again, I saw 4 self-revives just minutes ago, Austin. Not a single.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Well, that's true. Insight still has his, but that's 3 gone to the wayside, not actually able to be used. Luckily, they still got a lot of money, and it's looking like they can buy the second loadout a little earlier than you'd want, but with how many people needed on this squad, it is the correct play to make here. Now they're just kind of posting up, seeing if they can find someone in out in the distance rather, and the pings are coming out, so they know where they want to go.
Cammy pulls up the watch there. What time is it? Is it Cammy time with the sniper right here?
Maybe.
I'm hoping so. I'm always down for that. We will see now the loadouts that drop here from the sky come through for free on that second circle will be collected and picked up. And Bance, who comes here from the gulag, he gets himself right back in, kitted out here. So this is going to be another good start. And I think that's the big improvement as Insight. He's doing a little bit of bumper cars right now with his teammates, it looks like, and crashed into the wall, just going upstairs. But this is the big improvement from last time, where I might even get a chance to go into this as they find themselves a kill. But when we were looking at the very first one, it was a struggle into the early game where they could never really get themselves, a footing. Now it's a fact that they are getting themselves at least started in towards these games. You got a trophy system as well to work with a lot of vehicles in play. Self revives on 3 out of 4 players. So this is a much better improvement from what we saw last time around. It's just, again, coming back to the spot we talked about in the very second lobby was, are they going to be able to actually kind of find value in towards the mid to late game here, because that's where all the action tends to unfold for us, and it happens very quickly.
And it's unfortunate, more often than not, you do see them get thirsted upon every time they are taken out, no matter the risk. People really buying for the $50. Can't say I blame them. It is a nice little easy pickup for you there in those situations, especially if you aren't sure about your chances winning the lobby here. But we're going to see if the Ultra Boys can win it out on the last lobby of the night. UAV comes through, and they might be playing a little game of Chase the Red Dots here, Austin, as they are closing in. Pings are coming out, and you got to imagine we're going to see a bit of a scuffle real soon.
Yeah, it looks to be. And while Insight might be the one at the head of that scuffle because he loves to get himself in, but he is closer to his teammates this time around. So adjustments also coming through for us as Insight now makes his way over towards the left side, just in between both of the buildings, trying to track down the squad and figure out where they went. And they're going to take things really slow. Might take the high ground, but people were here. Doors are open. And now we'll get ourselves that first kill there. Good for Cammy. Easy pickup. He's pretty out in the open, I will say. So how do you maybe from any sniper shots, but you got to worry about his own sniper shot. Trying to find the connection. Just goes wide a little left. Second attempt, also not good, but he's still peeking him, and Cammy might just take the head off. Just can't really land it. There it is. There's the down. Cammy connects, and that's going to be now a second player down.
And unfortunately, Insight in the background does get sent to the gulag. I believe that's the last gulag here for the Toronto Ultra Boys, as the money is there for the revive, but it'd be just fantastic if Insight could win his way back to the map like his teammates before him, because money is just becoming such a crucial problem here for the boys as they keep on losing members one by one, and it's not always all at once either, so they have to keep investing on not only bringing them back but also getting them loaded back up. And we don't see that mid to late game cash flow that we've seen, to their credit, in earlier lobbies on the night.
Up top.
That's good
help. Yeah, good help. And it really shouldn't happen, for the simple fact that you should have that pre-aim locked and loaded and coming up the ladder, but good snapper there from Cammy. Kill number 4 is secured. Maybe 5 close on the horizon as he spots out another player in towards the window. Bance also starting to parachute across as Cammy's going to provide some cover fire from the back. He's just waiting for a peek. Meanwhile, Insight, he does have his gulag still available, looking to see if he can connect with the shotty. Does tag up the player here a couple times, finishes him off, and gulag win back out on towards the map.
It's going to be 4 for 4, so everybody is back. The boys back together again here, and it's looking like they do need a little bit more cash, but they might have to make that play for the loadout soon. You can see Cammy looking for somebody. Oh, he is going to get shot, taken really low. Doesn't have enough to actually fully plate himself out. So we might be in a little bit of a pinch here for the boys, as Cammy needs to find something. The shots aren't quite hitting like they did earlier on, and like we expected from the man himself.
Oh, Cammy is going to find another one. Kill number 5 is good. He's been pretty strong with the FFAR. Realizes he cannot go up top there. There's a little bit of furniture blocking his waypoint. But meanwhile, CleanX, he's picking players off here. Of course, known for what he can do with this submachine gun, but looking to be pretty solid with this AUG at the moment. And this time around, we also don't get ourselves a jailbreak. So just the helicopters in towards the top here that you can shoot down for some extra loot. A little bit of a change up, which is going to relieve some pressure, right? You got 100 players left. We're moving in towards zone number 3 here very, very soon. And you have a great position to be in. A couple of self-revives. CleanX, he's taking shots of the helicopter. Looking maybe to find an explosion. He's getting it pretty low, but now might be out of range. However, this is a good spot to be in now as they're coming down to the last 99.
And they're still sitting on a nice bit of cash. We actually just got that notification that they are being hunted as well. So they do need to protect Cammy. A little bit of a protect the president going on here, as that squad isn't quite there just yet, but it is a little convenient in some ways, trying to be the last in the lobby. So the squad comes directly to you, and you do get that bit of information as well. Now we're back on Cammy. In a really nice high ground spot. He has that sniper available to him. Is he going to be able to use it here? As it's looking like they're going to take shots at the helicopter.
Oh my god, are you fucking serious?
Insight trying to cross over here with Cammy. Everyone has to get through very open area. And actually under fire looks to be inside up top on one of these roofs. Will he take the reach out, or will he just simply dip out? I mean, that's high ground. That is high ground if I've ever seen it. We'll be able to take him up, but yeah, he eats a sniper shot to the head, and Insight's down and does have a couple players with him, but look at the cluster strike. They're going to invest in it, try and pick up that $50. Meanwhile, CleanX, he tags up one, coming down there from the redeploy, thirsts him and cleans him up. Insight, he is left for dead. He goes down. He can't get out of that position. So everyone forced to rotate now in towards the next zone.
Yeah, this is tough. It's about to close too. They got to group up. They do know that those people on the roof do need to drop down and try and make a play, but actually he's going for the challenge. I mean, he lost their teammate just moments ago. Is this really how you want to do it? Especially now you lost Cammy in the background again. It does turn out there was one gulag left for the Ultra Squad at the moment here, but really, problem is CleanX, a little clean movement, bobbing and weaving, as they say, is going to be able to dodge those shots out from the distance.
Shots from the distance in towards the zone we go. 89 now left in towards this game. And you can see Bance just so hesitant before fully trusting every single building that you have to be in Warzone, right? Like, you just never know when there might be someone posted up in a corner. So you got to check your corners, ladies and gents. Meanwhile, Cammy, another one on the board. Can he get himself the flawless win on the night? No, he can't. He cannot. Miss Rage there for the kill, as Cammy gets beamed with the X16, and now you've lost Bance. It's all up to CleanX, and this is not the position you want to be in. That's going to have to be a clutch out of CleanX.
Oh, $100 short, or excuse me, no, just over enough to be able to get that redeploy. But at this point, you are not approaching a buy station anytime soon, especially with those shots coming through. Oh, they're looking for you, CleanX. They want to cash out on the last $50 and the bonus for eliminating the squad. I think he sees people on his screen. Oh, they're looking for him, Austin.
Oh, man. Oh, he's got plates at least, right? So he's able to take some fair gunfights, but yeah, you got to go absolutely massive in this situation. And now he's taking shots from the back. He's tagged up. I think it's a sniper, maybe. Takes all three clean plates off. Has to invest a 3 out of 4. Does slip away, so doesn't get tagged up by a second one. But this is not a great position, right? For as far as what we're looking at, a lot of open territory. And there's also going to be a big Bertha in from behind. It's just a matter of do you know. But look at this circle. It's another circle that is just tiny with only 77 players in this. This is really wild. And yeah, you got to get to safety as fast as possible for CleanX, or try and buy someone back if you can get to that buy station.
I think at this point, it's the only option left. He's taking a trade right now. Breaks the armor. Nice. Oh, and he is going to get the down. That is big. He actually ends up getting the team wipe as well. That is an instant kill for him there, but you got to imagine he's given away his location at least a little bit. He's gonna have to keep on the move, keep looking every which way, as the circle is just getting closer and closer, and you got to imagine he's gonna run into more people soon. The buy station has to be the play, and he is getting very, very close to it. At least bringing back one more could be the difference maker here, could allow them to hang on the thread. Oh my god, as he gets okay, so they but he's on top of him.
I guess he didn't get Cammy and the self-revive, so I was a little bit confused. I thought he only bought the self-revive and didn't get his teammate back in, but he gets them back in. But look at what now Cammy's position, right? You have to just slow drop, scout out some information, and you have to get in towards this circle here, so it's going to be up and towards the farmland. And well, look at the farmland. We just saw it. Look how many buildings there are with 64 players left. How are you going to go looting for weapons when there's this many buildings and this many players? I feel for Cam in this situation, because this is not going to be easy.
My hands are in my head right now, as this is just so hard. And he's just trying to be as careful as he can, but at this point he knows he just has to dive for it. Immediately get cover as soon as possible. Pray to whatever god that he believes in that there is no one there. He actually does get one. He is just trying to get the drive-by for the gun, but unfortunately he can't pull it out in time. And there it is, yet another 21st place placement for the Ultra Squad.
Oh, baby, 21st. It's always good early games, but it gets to the mid to late game, and there's too many teams hunting them down. So there is another crack at a Warzone win and $1,000 up for first place prize. MBags, a team there of Nickool and co. They took the very first 2 lobbies, but they're not in the third. So we will, in fact, get a different winner on the night. And as we take a look at this squad right now, I mean, they are fully geared up. Everyone just completely loaded, and they're chilling out. And this is what I talked about, right? With all these buildings beat down, there's so much to cover. Like, it's just so difficult, and you can even feel them under a bit of pressure right now, as squads might also be looking to move in.
They do have a good position, luckily. They're on just the edge of the circle. You got to imagine this is one of the first buildings you're going to be looking for as you try to get out of the gas. So you got to imagine they're going to run into some people soon. The heartbeat sensor did show one, at the very least, is approaching on them. So I like this. The way they position themselves, they're covering a lot of different corners. They're going to be able to trade for each other. And I mean, at this point, this is the play. How bad do you want that money? You're going to wait for it.
They want it bad. Look how they're posted up.
Look at him moving around. He's antsy.
You got a player prone in up here. He's waiting for the push through in the window. You got downstairs covered. You're just in the circle here, so it should be curious. Or I'm curious to see exactly where the circle's going to move to in about a minute's worth of time. And the Big Berthas, baby, they're flying in and around. This is, I think, the most difficult part of the last couple circles, but this time around, at least there's a lot of cover, a lot of buildings you can get into, so it might not become a massive problem. But you did just see a ping coming there, as it could just be a chance to maybe make a move or simply wait, right? You don't necessarily have to force anything. Shots will come through, and that is going to be a nice little team shot to be able to find themselves an easy pickup.
This is tough. Still 43 members left. Heartbeat sensor doesn't show anybody nearby, so they're really taking their time with this one. The shots might have revealed them to others nearby, but overall, they're still in a good shot. We're going to take some shots here. They are going to be good. I do believe he does get the down. Yes, he does. He is going to be able to finish him as well. So, I mean, you're still chilling. Certain parts of the house probably no longer accessible with how the gas is starting to close in. But overall, I still think this is a really good spot here. No one revealed on the heartbeat sensor once again, but of course the ghost perk does exist. And it's late enough in the game that people are going to be looking for it.
The gas just on the edge of this building. You can see them just trying to finesse it. Just trying to work it as much as you possibly can before having to make a full-on rotation. But rotation is going to have to come sooner rather than later. 20 seconds, 36 players. Like, there is a lot of people in buildings right now, and a lot of players are about to go down on this rotation. That is what's going to happen, it feels like, here very, very soon. And everyone just gearing up. They're waiting to the last possible second before being forced to move towards this next zone. And well, here we go. Gas is out, looking for positions, looking to make their way across the field. Shots already coming down here. No one going to drop as of just yet, but feeling the pressure for sure. Plating back up as they'll look to see if they can maybe get in towards the building. The shots come through to the right and the left.
Taking the time with this one. I love the trigger discipline. It's looking like they're going to opt to hop into Big Bertha. That's a tough call. It's taking some shots right now, but it is so durable. Oh, is that a vehicle kill? Oh my God, they're going to jump out, get one. Not quite grab the second, but their teammate is there for the cleanup. But oh my God, Austin, they're everywhere.
It's chaos. It just went to 36 down to 20. I told you it was going to happen, and it did. There is now not too many buildings left, just about 2 or 3. And we'll take a look at the squad that we can currently see from the 3P angle. Everyone just trying to revive their teammates. This is still a 4-man squad. We got 7 total teams left. You have to make it towards at least 3 to get in towards the money. and you got a Big Bertha right beside you. You're in a good position. You got a self-revive here as well for Plums. So it's all about this next move as well, Beatdown. This is where all the action takes place, and it's about to happen again.
This is the deciding moment. Still 20 people around. I like this little cover used from Big Bertha. You gotta imagine it's time to make a move here. It looks like an airstrike is coming through as well. And wait, there are 2 other Big Berthas on the screen. It couldn't get any more wild as very questionably placed Semtex is going to do not a whole lot, but things are getting real tough. The circle's getting real small, and someone's been holding on to the cluster strike. Oh my god, that mysterious person in the house takes out 2. There's only 1 person left. Make it none. Austin, what is happening?
4 squads. You got to survive 1 more squad to make it in towards the money right now as the circle closes in on 1 little building. And well, don't really get to see it all, but at the moment we got 1 left, and that means that we also got a winner. As it was chaos, it was all over the place, Beatdown, but in the end we got ourselves a dub for a squad. We'll have to figure out which one that was, but yeah, rotating through the farmland in the last possible second, man, it is so difficult. We went from like 36 players down to 3 in a matter of, it felt like a minute 30, like not a lot of time.
No, it's got to be sub 2 minutes. And who would have guessed the 3rd lobby in the last of the night was as spicy as can be? We thought 2 Big Berthas was insane, but we ended up 3 in such a small area. I couldn't even keep up with what was going on anymore. People were holding on to cluster strikes, to precision airstrikes. Like, it was chaos. You already said it.
Oh man, that was wild. MBags, they took the first 2 and they cashed out with $2,000, which means that's $500 a piece for every single player for them. This 3rd lobby, not sure who ended up taking it, as we were just in a 3P camera as we saw everything kind of unravel, but we know it was chaos, and well, 3 teams at the very least do get themselves in towards the mix there for us Beatdown. But a very intense series. Ultra, on the other hand, a lot of money made off of them, not so much for them individually, though. It felt like they were able to get a lot of good early games, which was the big change up from the last time we saw the first tournament go around for us there in December. But once we got to the mid to late game, man, there's just too many players who I think are playing for what is typically the Warzone win. So they're just posting themselves up, camping inside of the circle and waiting for you to come to them. And in a lot of cases, Ultra was falling because of it.
Yeah, and some of those solo dolo plays just weren't worth it either. Didn't really play out there for Insight and Co. So at least we saw that bit of consistent improvement and consistency overall. But when so many people are looking to make a buck off you and make a buck as a whole, it is really tough. It is a lot to ask for.
It is, and we did actually get confirmation. Team Fiery, they come away with the map number 3, lobby number 3. They secured $1,000 in the bank for them. So everyone playing their absolute hearts out here against Toronto Ultra, but also against a lot of other top squads. Let's be honest, Beatdown. There was a lot of fierce competition, a lot of Warzone players that are dedicating just about all of their time here in towards it. And well, we'll get ourselves now a second winner to come away with things here. A lot of cheddar to be able to play some Warzone, have a little fun here for ourselves. We got 3 lobbies that played out here if you're just tuning in now. And well, there was some just fantastic action. We saw some vehicle kills there at the end, getting in towards the helicopter rotation, some beams with the sniper. Cammy got to bring the sniper back out. That enough, I mean, was great for me to see, because I've been missing that the entire year so far in towards Cold War. But yeah, I mean, what are your takeaways here, Beatdown, after the course of 3 lobbies?
Again, it's the same thing every time we see these sorts of mix up between, high level or professional Call of Duty players and Warzone players, that it is interesting how there are different skill sets. You see how well these people who dedicate themselves specifically to Warzone can kind of excel in this specific avenue. And it's always fun to watch them go through these tournaments, come out on top every single time. And it's been enjoyable to watch and cast over with you all of this time.
It has been a blast. Once again, this entire thing presented by Bell, official internet provider for Toronto Ultra. Toronto Ultra competes on the Bell fiber itself, as well as me. I make sure I gotta do what I can to make up for my lack of gun skill from time to time.
I was about to say, it doesn't,
internet, you gotta make up for it. You can pretend it does, and well, often than not, it really brings that extra push you need. But that is going to do it here for the night. Big thank you, of course, to everyone that played, our entire broadcast team and behind the scenes that you guys don't get to see putting on the show, making sure things are running smoothly, the admins, everything like that. We appreciate you guys tuning in. But until next time, have a great night.
Every day, gamers across Canada get frustrated by lag and take it out on their controllers. The controllers need your help.
For less than the price of your daily latte, you can have blazing fast Bell Pure Fiber Internet to game confidently and save the controllers. Please, call the number on screen to prevent controller destruction.
You've explored worlds together.
You've climbed leaderboards together.
Your controllers have done so much for you.
Isn't it time you do something for them?
Save.
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 Save the controllers.